Welcome to the Basic Tools e-learning self-guided demo. Learning to properly use the 5 proven basic tools in this training program will strengthen each participant's analytical and problem-solving skills and lead to improvement in the organization. This automated demo presents examples of the program's interactive functions, instructional design, and review options, and will focus on the 3 primary training components of the Basic Tools e-learning platform. Our unique e-learning interface, where participants engage in interactive material, their dedicated participants page that stores each person's answers and activities, allowing them to review, modify, and undertake additional learning opportunities, as well as the program's back-end or admin section called the control room, where a course administrator will manage, track, and access individual and group progress. Let's start with the main training interface. Today, we'll be jumping right into the middle of the program, but understand that the actual participants will have the benefits of our detailed orientation program to thoroughly familiarize themselves with all the components of our e-learning system and the unique, nonlinear way they all work together.
We need to better understand where the problems occur. So we can start by making a broad or a macro flowchart of the room availability process, just 4 to 8 major points, and we can zero in on details later. Okay? So what's the starting point and what's the end point?
Well, I think the end's easy. When guest arrives in room.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. I'll put that down here. What's next? What's the start?
When guest arrives.
Actually, wouldn't it start with the previous guest checking out?
That's a good point.
In the upper left, there's the multi-purpose video window. But in addition to the video playing here, we'll also see synchronized animation of the tools being built to reinforce the process. Also, key instructions for the various activities and exercises are also displayed here. The video window also features pause and play buttons, which allow the participant to journey through at his or her own pace, and again enhancing the non-linear aspect of the programs. As you can see, when the video stops, a question literally drops down from the video window into the questions box. Participants contemplate, respond, and submit their answer to be given immediate feedback, showing the correct answers compared to the answers they gave. In this case, I answered the questions correctly, but should a participant submit an incorrect answer, highlighted in red here, they have additional options available to them. Depending on the content, the Basic Tools e-learning program incorporates numerous question formats from matching, multiple choice, and others. Most importantly, every participant's response is stored on the participants page for later use.
Okay, what's next?
Guest checks in. Well, actually, front desk agent receives vacant clean status through the computer system.
Okay.
And the guest arrives first.
The foundation of the Basic Tools e-learning program is our proprietary patented technology, which offers true flexibility in the instructional design so that anything that plays, moves, or occurs can trigger or be triggered by something else. These triggers cue the numerous interactions throughout the rest of the interface, creating a truly nonlinear experience and making it possible for participants to engage with the program through a number of different pathways and at their own pace. One of these triggers is the helpful hint, which pops up from time to time during the program. We simply click or mouse over and see the pop-up message revealed. Notice both the header and the hint itself light up. In this instance, the video keeps on playing, and the participant has the choice to stop the program and reread, read while the program is going, or simply read later, thus providing an innovative way to insert key points made to accompany the video without the limitations of space or time usually attributed to more linear presentations.
Now, how's that? Is that everything?
There are a bunch of other things that happen here.
Or could happen. Do we want decision steps like, does the guest have a reservation?
No, this is a good macro flow chart. We'll get into details later.
When we hear something important that we want to remember for later, the Your Notes feature is a perfect place to add your thoughts and notes in real time along the way. Finally, a glossary section offers real-time lookup ability for any unfamiliar terms being introduced. At this point, the video is now presenting the instructions for Exercise 1. Corresponding with the exercise's easy-to-follow instructions, you'll notice that 2 new sections now have their headers illuminated. Let's follow the instructions on screen and examine both sections. To the right, near the video window, is the Flowchart Tools section. Here you'll find various iterations of the basic tool as it's being built and used by the team in the video. You'll see that the exercise instructions tell us to open up the tool. So we'll click on the first option, having now turned red to show that it's active, and see the graphic version of the tool in the video, synchronized to the process of the video team as they construct it. These ongoing and progressive versions can be reviewed by the participant as long as they want, even while the video continues playing. These tools can be assessed at any time, and the triggering process routinely updates the tool as the program continues and lets the participant know when a new version of the tool is able to be opened and reviewed. Now, the second section that lit up at this point in the program is the Activities panel, which we'll examine closely, as this section really takes things to a new level of hands-on experience. You'll notice that there are now tabs with multiple examples of the basic tool process presented simultaneously. Some are predetermined, and others use the participant's own creations. Let's click on the tab marked Your Macro Flowchart and watch as the overview screen, or panel, slides upward from the lit activity bar. We'll click in the box marked Click Here to launch the activity. This particular flowchart section asks you to select a process from your daily job responsibilities and construct an actual flowchart around it. I'll select Filing a Report and get started building. Jumping forward for a minute, let's take a look at the same activity in the Cause and Effect program so you can see how the tools can be related to one another. Here in this exercise, the activity panel is set to start from the previous Filing a Report flowchart tool I created in the last program. Thus, once I'm here, I'll be selecting one of the steps to build my cause and effect diagram from, which in turn will automatically move me to the interactive assembly area to construct my own cause and effect diagram. This is an important feature of the Basic Tools e-learning program, having the participant create a series of activities that literally build upon each other through a common example, showing the interrelationship that one tool has to another. Now it's time to check in on how we're doing. To do this, we'll use the Your Progress box, which, among other things, provides a conduit back and forth to and from your participant's page. The participants page is both an effective tracking and monitoring system and provides another way to enhance and augment the actual training program, which we'll look at now. In the main box, you'll see that the Flowchart tab at the top has been selected. Here we see the participants' progress through the program with the slider bar, and below you'll see all of the participants' notes, questions, and activities which have been conveniently archived. In the middle of the box, you'll see the Questions section. Here, the participant can see the correct answer alongside their answer, and then are given an opportunity to review the exact segment of the video that contained the correct answer. This helps the participant understand where they went wrong and a chance to revise their work. Best of all, the participant has the opportunity to drill down and review other recommended activities for additional review. The same logic applies to the Activities section, where the tools built by the participants are stored. Let's select Activity 1. In our example today, I, as the participant, chose Filing a Report as an example to create. Seeing it here, we could zoom into the chart to read it better and to make changes, which can automatically update the file for the administrator to review. Now let's take a quick look at what is probably the most sophisticated piece of the entire program, the administration section, called the Control Room, where we find the secured records of each participant's activities and progress. Every participant gets their own record sheet, and the record headers for each participant are all represented here. Header search categories like name, division, program status, etc. are very easily changed to suit the administrator's preferences. By clicking on the link that says Click to view all results for this participant, you get a skeletal overview of the individual participant's journey through the program. Below the start and end dates, you'll see where the administrator can click on an individual tool or program. Flowchart is selected here, and even add evaluation notes with a log history generated for each time the student receives feedback. The opportunity to give direct feedback and recommend additional activities targeted to each participant's needs, provided here, can be a powerful reinforcement tool. Finally, down the left-hand side of the main page of the control room, we find the tool used to sort and search for individual participants and groups of participants. Additionally, we use this tool to create or define a group. Further drill down allows you to look at the individual programs to refine your search. These are layered or stackable filters. Not that a search would ever be this complex, but an administrator could, in theory, search within the manufacturing division, specifically for line managers, from their U.S. facilities only, who has worked on the flow chart, in fact, who has completed the program, as opposed to started, before, as opposed to after, June the 1st of this year. Seeing if this particular group they just defined perhaps needed further review, we'll search for a score of 60% or less on the questions, but only with a satisfactory evaluation on the tools themselves. And although a search this specific is not likely, the tool offers organizations an opportunity to assess and measure from a wide variety of views and design a follow-up program that fits the needs of specific individuals or groups of their choosing. In concluding the Basic Tools Self-Guided Tour, we want to share that the program is customizable for organizations who wish to take training to a deeper level of application. This can be as simple as adding your company's logo, to additional questions or exercises, to fully interactive company examples for each activity and each tool. We hope you join the new Goal e-learning universe and experience the power of these most commonly used basic tools. And in the future, we will offer more tools to help your organization improve processes, solve problems, and increase productivity.